or does the dream control you? Do you control the dream or does the dream control you?
Hey there, and welcome to Elevate with Dodee. I'm your host Dodee, and in today's topic we're diving deep into how to maintain inner peace and freedom through detachment and mastering the law of detachment. Dodee is a place for natural remedies, detox strategies, soul consciousness expansion, and high vibe recipes. So visit dodeesafa.com to learn more. So detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you release the need to control outcomes. This practice allows us to engage with life fully and be in the moment, experiencing life while maintaining stability and inner peace and freedom. When we attach our happiness to external outcomes or people, we hand over our power to that outcome or to that person. Detachment essentially then frees us from this exhausting cycle, allowing us to find peace regardless of external circumstances. Not everyone will try to master the law of detachment because maybe the pain isn't great enough, but if somebody is exhausted from this cycle, they will remember that their soul development is much more important than this suffering that they experience by giving their power away. And one of my teachers used to say, our psycho-spiritual self-development is more important than any codependent relationship. I'll say that again. Our psycho-spiritual self-development is more important than any codependent relationship or external validation for that matter. Here's a perspective shift. If someone excludes you or doesn't involve you in their plans or something just triggers you, take a moment to rejoice in it, because if you look at the world as proanoia instead of paranoia, you can see things as always happening for the highest good. That's the universe guiding you toward what's truly aligned with your highest. So let's dive into the 5 laws of detachment. When we try to change or control others, we set ourselves up for disappointment. And that first law is all about allowing others to be who they are. So as we let go of the need to fix people, we are not going to be disappointed anymore. Embrace their individuality as much as you can, even when their choices don't align with your expectations. If you can detach, detachment allows you to respect people's unique journeys without taking their actions personally. We don't really need to get involved in their karma, if you will. If you look at that person as a soul, as they are, their true essence is a being, a consciousness, and so are you, it's much easier to do this. If you struggle with this, try viewing the situation through the lens of compassion. Ask yourself, what have they been through that shaped them this way? Consider exploring family constellations, a profound method for healing generational wounds and finding peace within your ancestral lineage. That can really help, even if the person isn't in your family that's triggering you. It often stems from somebody in your family. The second law is allow yourself to be who you are. Now, self-acceptance is the cornerstone of personal growth, as you probably know. Detach from the need for external validation and embrace your true self. You're here to fulfill a unique purpose and not to conform to societal expectations. We are all born individuals, but most die a copy because of all the different propaganda and marketing to kind of conform to a certain way of being. So spend time reflecting on your strengths and passions as a practical tip, and use meditation as a tool to connect deeply with your authentic self, and then nurture your unique talents. Whatever you're drawn to do, start doing those things. The third law in mastering the law of detachment is don't force situations. Life's natural flow often brings better outcomes than we could ever plan. Forcing things only creates resistance and stress. And stress is one of the things that most sabotages our health and our spiritual glow. When you feel yourself pushing too hard, just ask, am I aligned with the flow of life? Take a step back, take a deep breath, and trust that the right opportunities will arise when the time is right. Next, number 4 is solutions will emerge. When you let go of overthinking and you trust the process, clarity often comes naturally. Detachment creates the mental space needed for solutions to surface. So if you're feeling stuck, shift your focus, go for a walk, meditate, journal, do some Tai Chi, whatever it is that you're into. You'll be surprised at how often answers come when you're not actively seeking them. And number 5, embrace uncertainty. Life is unpredictable. That can be unsettling, but it's also where the growth and the discovery happens. Embracing uncertainty helps you build resilience and trust in the unfolding of your journey. You could use affirmations like, I trust the process of life. That's a really wonderful one that is famous from the beautiful soul Louise Hay. And she wrote the book, You Can Heal Your Life. Reflect on past times when uncertainty leads to unexpected blessings. So if you have something from your past that actually led you to a blessing, remember that, so it reinforces that in the brain and creates that neural net and that circuit for more of those things to happen. This really helps you cultivate peace in the present moment and actually confidence and strength, because in a world that's teaching the opposite mostly, you want to be going the other way. You want to be finding the things that are going right and treat that as like a kind of like a treasure chest of things to follow along your journey. It's like a treasure map. So let's look at how detachment can help you tackle some of today's most common stress triggers. Let's make this practical. In a world of constant distractions, detachment from tech is crucial. You've got to set boundaries around screen time and dedicate moments to reflection and self-care. You could schedule daily disconnect periods, use the time to nurture yourself, whether it's practicing yoga or journaling or exploring nature, whatever it is that you love to do. Maybe it's writing, maybe it's reading. And then reduce anxiety over the future. Worrying about outcomes really only drains your energy if you think about it. Ruminating really doesn't do anything other than kind of make your body have more stress and more problems. So detachment teaches us to really trust the process. So when faced with uncertainty, take a deep breath and ask, what would my wisdom do? What would my intuitive self do in this situation? This small shift helps you center yourself and respond from a place of trust. Now you might say, I find it really hard to just take a deep breath and ask myself that during a trigger experience. One way to start getting better at being able to do that is to meditate. Take time to meditate so that the frontal lobe of your brain, and if you think about where your soul sits, where you, the being, is, it's behind the eyes. So if you focus on that area and strengthen it, you're actually helping get the prefrontal lobes healthy and strong, so that you do have the ability to take a deep breath, so that you do have the ability to ask your wisdom what to do. And then eventually it becomes an autopilot thing. I'm still working on it. I don't claim to have it figured out. I'm just saying that these are the practices that I've learned. These are the things that work for me. Next, escape the comparison trap. Social media often fuels feelings of inadequacy, and detachment helps basically to step back and focus on your unique journey. And that is where all the magic is, the healing is, and the confidence is. Limit your time on these platforms unless it's posting, what you have to give for the world and share. And of course you want to uplift your friends and family and like their things and support them. But it's important to have limits and also practice gratitude journaling. You want to celebrate your accomplishments and experiences without comparing them to others. Next, avoid burnout by surrendering control. Burnout often stems from trying to control everything. Detachment allows you to set boundaries and prioritize rest without guilt. So recognize when you've done enough. Detachment doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting that you've played your part and you can now let life unfold. So detachment isn't about withdrawing from life. It's about showing up fully while maintaining your peace and freedom. By mastering these principles, you'll cultivate resilience and a deep sense of trust in life's flow. Thank you so much for tuning in to Elevate with Dodee. Until next time, keep rising, keep trusting, and keep elevating your soul.